Yeah, I mean, Deshaun's been, with us every step of the way this season. He's done a great job in the meeting room, being that veteran that can impart some of the experiences that he's had throughout his career. America, I think, is really invaluable. So it's good to have him out there.
Man, this guy has to be fired. Kevin Stefanski ought to be let go. The fact that you never gave Shedeur Sanders a chance, despite the fact that he appeared as good as he did, he was never what you wanted. You didn't even commit to him as the quarterback going forward. And after just 1 week of work with the ones, he looked like that. You never gave him any reps with the ones. However, Dillon Gabriel continued to perform admirably even after winning game after game. Even before you watched the movie following the game, you would always go to the podium and say, "Oh, Dillon's the guy. Dillon will be the first." However, you don't want Shedeur to start under any circumstances. Man, this is insane. We heard what this idiot of a coach had to say about Shedeur Sanders and his desire to return to Dillon Gabriel as the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. It's a clown show.
Players, and some you can see, some you can't see. Some are things that you see during the week, but just always want these guys to get, one day better. Yeah, those were clean, and we really gave them two balls there with the interception. Then really, Jerry's a better player than that to know those guys are always coming from behind. So we have to be better there. We have to play clean in that giveaway column there, and that's going to hold you back. And especially, Jerry made a huge play for us, so coming away with points there, 7 if not 3. But that'll be a main focus for all of our guys. And when you're playing, especially on the road, you're playing good teams. When we're playing a good team next week, you have to play clean. You got to try to win that turnover margin. Yeah, obviously, this team did a nice job of loading those boxes, and we have to run efficiently even versus those, Tony, but there were opportunities in the back end, and obviously getting that play off of scramble drill was huge, the one to IB. I mean, that's a great play for us in that moment when we're outmanned to be able to escape and make that throw. And then, the play to Samp, I thought, obviously great individual effort by Samp, but the blocking on the perimeter was so key, and that was something that we talked about all week, how important on that play and a bunch of those perimeter plays, the blocking was going to be important. I thought, I can think of Sed and Harold and Dave were out there blocking on the perimeter, did a really nice job. Yeah, we felt confident in our guys. I think I told you guys last week, we trust our guys. We trust our guys to go make plays, and that there were plays to be had. There's always room for improvement, and that's what we focus on in our building. That's our guys have the right attitude to find ways to improve. But obviously, when you can make plays down the field, it opens up everything. No, we had a couple. Third quarter, it seemed to be an epidemic there on our side with offense, defense, and special teams getting penalties. But I thought by and large, operation was good. And I have to credit, it's nice having a veteran center when you have rookie quarterbacks playing in there that you can really lean on. Ethan Posick, he did a great job as well with Shedeur.
Watch what he say when they ask about Shedeur.
I think potentially, he's had a lot of reps with Gage throughout the spring and summer. Obviously, when you're working Harold, not as much, but Harold and IB on those two plays in particular, those are very trustworthy players. Those are guys that you feel confident as a quarterback that they're going to be where they're supposed to be. I thought Harold was outstanding. His run after catch showed up in this game.
I wish the report could be heard by you. I will always take my time and act in the football team's best interests. When it comes to, hey, is Shedeur starting next week after the show we saw today? He talks about taking his time. Well, he could take his time now. Dillon Gabriel doesn't need to take his time at all.
Yeah, I mean, Deshaun's been, with us every step of the way this season. He's done a great job in the meeting room, being that veteran that can impart some of the experiences that he's had throughout his career in America, I think is really invaluable. So it's good to have him out there. It was. Yeah, we feel really strongly about Dillon Sampson, and we feel really strongly about Q and Jerome, but we feel that we're at our best when we're spreading the football around. Yeah, because my focus is on today. It does give me the opportunity to talk about.
When they ask him about Shedeur moving ahead, he responds, "Oh, well, I don't know because my focus is on today." However, it does allow me to discuss another quarter. This guy is a fake, man. This man is a clown. He opposes Shedeur's success and victory. He is returning to Dillon Gabriel, man. This guy has to be fired right away. Kosar, Bernie, they inquire about Shedeur Sanders. A special thanks to Bernie Carr. However, they inquire about Shedeur Sanders, bruh. They didn't inquire about Bernie Cart. Come on, dude. This is just too much, dude.
Is on today. It does give me the opportunity to talk about another quarterback, Bernie Kosar. I know Bernie was watching today. I was texting with him before the game. I got to see him this week. Just amazing to be with him, and I marvel at Bernie's grit. That's how he played the game. That's how he played that position. But I think Bernie was definitely watching his Brownies today. Yes. Well, I think you saw a lot of what Shedeur does well on the field today. I thought to make that play off schedule when we were outmanned in protection, get the ball down the field. So there's a lot that he's doing well, and there's a lot that he's working on, which is what I appreciate about young guys that want to get better. Okay, thank you, guys.
Kevin Stefanski is a buffoon who needs to be fired by the Cleveland Browns. We can all tell that he truly wants to return to Dillon Gabriel and does not want Shedeur Sanders to be the team's quarterback due to his lack of commitment. Man, we can all see it. It's time to move on. First of all, Shedeur Sanders is already a fireable offense because you sat him and used him as the backup quarterback, which is why he looked as good as he did in this game. He was seated behind Dillon Gabriel, who was unable to throw the ball down the field and cannot see above the line of scrimmage. It should be a fireable crime in and of itself. Kevin Stefanski is unsure about Shedeur Sanders' future. Put the comments down. Tell me what you think. Make sure to share, subscribe, like, and comment on the channel.